They say routine is the silent killer of love. I didn't believe that, until I realized I no longer recognized my own marriage. Tom and I were together for 7 years. We had the dog, the house, the Instagram perfect moments. But inside, we were collapsing, slowly, quietly. At first, it was subtle. He started staying late at work. Dinner conversations turned into brief updates, then silence. Even when he was home, he felt miles away. I'd sit next to him on the couch, and he wouldn't even glance up from his laptop. And somehow, I stopped trying too. I buried my disappointment under fake smiles and productivity. I threw myself into projects, a blog, volunteer work, anything to distract from the growing ache in my chest. I didn't want to admit that I felt invisible, that the man I chose didn't choose me anymore. Not really. Then came Daniel. He wasn't planned. He was just there. A friend from yoga class, always smiling, always asking how I was doing, not just casually, but like he actually cared. At first, I brushed him off. I was married, even if it felt hollow. But attention has a way of slipping past your defenses when you're starving for it. We started messaging, harmless, I told myself. But late-night chats turned into long coffees. Long coffees turned into confessions. Then, one reckless evening, I crossed the line. That night, I felt equal parts shame and power, like I'd taken control of my story, even if it was by sabotaging it. I never expected Tom to come home early. It was a Thursday. I'd told him I was working on my blog. He usually stayed late at the firm, but that night, for whatever reason, he showed up with takeout and hopeful eyes. I was in our bedroom with someone else. The look on his face, I'll never forget it. Not rage, not confusion, just devastation. Like something in him died quietly while standing there. Daniel scrambled to dress. Tom said nothing. He just stared, then turned and left. I couldn't breathe. I sat on the floor, sobbing, wondering how I'd gotten here. I wanted to rewind time, to undo it. But the damage was done. Days passed, then weeks. The silence between us felt heavier than any fight we'd ever had. Mutual friends urged us to talk, and eventually we did. Awkward, cautious, tiptoeing around the broken glass of our past. We agreed to try again, to rebuild. Therapy became our new routine. We talked about feelings, fears, resentments. There were tears, even laughter sometimes. I thought maybe, just maybe, there was still something left to salvage. Then I made another mistake. During one of our rebuilding weeks, I received a message from Leo, a guy I barely knew from a photography class I'd taken ages ago. He sent a compliment. I responded. It felt innocent. But soon, texts became flirty. Nothing physical, but still wrong. I wasn't hiding it very well. One evening, Tom came home from therapy, quieter than usual. He didn't say much at dinner. Later, while I was in the shower, he looked through my phone. And just like that, he saw the texts. When I got out, he was gone. No confrontation, no second explosion. Just a quiet exit and a single message. I can't do this anymore. I stared at that message for hours. I called. He didn't pick up. I drove to his office. He wasn't there. I tried his sister. She said he needed space. That night, the house felt colder than ever. I sat in our empty living room surrounded by memories, photos, souvenirs, gifts. Everything felt like a cruel joke. I'd asked for love. I'd wanted connection. Instead, I broke the one person who had ever truly tried to love me, even if imperfectly. And maybe I had broken myself too. The hardest part wasn't the breakup. It wasn't the loneliness. It was knowing I'd become someone I once swore I'd never be. The kind of person who confuses attention with affection, who trades loyalty for validation. Now, when people ask me what happened to us, I say we were both guilty. Tom for forgetting I needed him, me for not asking before I gave up. But the truth is simpler. We stopped choosing each other. And when you stop choosing someone every day, love doesn't vanish, it rots.